Success is simple. Do what's right, the right way and at right time. Let's begin today's session with this beautiful quote, and we are doing Unit 5, The School Boy. This beautiful poem is written by William Blake. We are doing part 4 of Unit 5. William Blake was born on 28 November 1757 and died on 12 August 1827. He was an English poet, painter and printmaker. Blake is considered an influential figure in the history of the poetry and visual arts. He has contributed a lot in the field of poetry. The introduction of the poem. The poem, The Schoolboy, speaks about an unhappy child. A child like you. He feels his childhood is stressed by the process of learning and going to school. He doesn't like to go to school. Instead, he wants to enjoy the beauty of the nature. Somewhat like you, right? A school. Do you remember? This place, this is your school, St.Xaviers School, is a place where children and teachers assemble every morning to learn from one another. This is our learning temple, our St.Xaviers School. Now let's proceed with the poem, The Schoolboy. The Schoolboy is a poem which talks about a happy child? No. It talks about an unhappy child. What makes him unhappy? Why does he compare himself to a bird that lives in a cage? In a cage means the bird who can't fly, or a plant that withers when it should blossom. First stanza, I love to rise in a summer morn. Who is the speaker of this poem? The little boy. Now he is telling, I love to rise in a summer morn. He wants to enjoy the beauty of the summer morning. When the birds sing on every tree, he wants to listen to the songs of the birds. The distant huntsman means hunter, winds his horn. Winds means he blows his horn. And the skylark, it's the name of a bird, like parrot, peacock. The same way skylark is a kind of bird. And the skylark sings with me, oh what sweet company. Morning time, usually you have to get ready and come to school. Instead of that, this boy is telling, I want to enjoy the beauty of the summer morning. I want to hear the song of the birds, the songs of the skylark. What a beautiful company I get. Second stanza, but to go to school in a summer morn. Morn means morning. Oh, it drives all joy away. Okay, he doesn't want to come to school. That's why he becomes unhappy thinking of going to school. Under a cruel eye outworn. Now, cruel eye is talking about the teachers, those who continuously watch the child who is not disciplined. The little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay, in great disappointment. Dismay means disappointment. Sighing means with great breath he expresses that what a disappointment it is to be in school under the watch of teachers. Then at times I drooping sit. Drooping means I sit very depressed and spend many an anxious hour. Nor in my book can I take delight. He is not able to concentrate on his books also. Nor sit in learning's bower, means the temple of learning. That is the school. He is not able to sit in learning's bower. That is the school. Worn through with the dreary shower. Dreary shower means very unpleasant words which he get to hear from the teachers and all. So from these stanzas we could make out the child is not at all interested in going to school. Now I know some of you might be having the same feelings, right? How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? Now the child is comparing himself to a bird, that how can a bird enjoy his life in a cage? So how a child can enjoy his life in a school? How can a child when fears annoy but droop his tender wing? The wings of the bird droops down when they are not flying. So he is telling, even my freedom is droop, and forget his youthful spring. O father and mother, now he is talking to his parents, if buds are nippled, buds are plucked, and blossoms blown away. Blossoms means the flowers which bloom. And if the tender plants are stripped, if they are plucked of their joy in the springing day, if their joy is taken away in the bright day by sorrow and care's dismay, with all the unhappiness and the careful attitude disappoints the child, how shall the summer arise in joy? How could anyone be happy during the summer, or the summer fruits appear? Beautiful poem which you all can relate to is written by William Blake. This poem, the poet has written from the perspective, from the point of view of a child. Children, I can understand, sitting for long hours in the school is a bit difficult for you, but children, to achieve something in life, you have to make certain sacrifices, and you have to put in your efforts to reach to that height. So don't be so gloomy, don't be so disappointed. All these learning process is just for you, so that you can have a brighter future, so that you can enjoy your life ahead. Right now you have to make some sacrifices, because this age group, the KG to 12 standard and your higher studies, at a young age a person can learn a lot. So that's the reason you have to go to school, or you have to go to colleges, or pursue higher courses just for yourself. Summary: the poem The Schoolboy is written from the perspective of a young boy who hates going to school in a disciplined way. But there's no way out. You have to learn discipline. Even the nature teaches us to be disciplined. Sun rises on time. Does the sun says, I don't want to rise today? No. So discipline is important. But this poem is written very honestly, like how a child thinks, and rather desires to be like the birds. For him, the school is just like a prison. I hope it's not for you, which does not allow the creativity of a person to flourish. This is according to the poem, a child who has written. But I'm sure you all enjoy the school, you're missing the school, and you are waiting for the schools to open and to have all the fun, for all the creativity to arise again. Glossary part: nipped, which is actually means nipped. They have written the short form, apostrophe they have used, and the full form is N-I-P-P-E-D. To nip something in the bud is to stop or destroy it at an early age of its development. Stripped, again they have used the short form. The full form they have written, plants stripped of joy, if joy is taken away from plants. Working with poem, page 85. Find 3 or 4 words, phrases in stanza 1 that reflect the child's happiness and joy. The phrases that reflect the child's joy and happiness are: love to rise in a summer morn, birds sing on every tree, the skylark sings with me, and sweet company. In stanza 2, the mood changes, which words or phrases reflect the changed mood. The phrases that reflect the changed mood are: it drives all joy away, and spend the day in sighing and dismay. A cruel eye outworn. Stanza 2 refers to the classroom which is shabby or noisy, the lessons which are difficult, uninteresting, the dull, uninspiring life at school with lots of work and no play. And the correct answer is the third one. Nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. Which of the following is a close paraphrase of the lines above? Nor can I sit in a roofless classroom when it is raining, nor can I learn anything at school, though teachers go on lecturing and explaining, nor can I sit in the school garden for fear of getting wet in the rain. So the correct answer is: nor can I learn anything at school, though teachers go on lecturing and explaining. Children, after the question answers, there's just an activity for you to read. And as you read, see that how they have used rhyming words. Poem, the creative part, is usually made with the help of rhyming words. Children, even you can write poem during this lockdown time. See to it that when you write the poem, it should be articulated beautifully by using the rhyming words. So this poem will just help you out. The one furrow. When I was young, I went to school with pencil and foot rule. Foot rule means scale. Sponge and slate. Earlier days they used to write with chalk and duster on slates. And sat on a tall stool at learning's gate. When I was older, the gate swung wider. Clever and keen-eyed. In I pressed, but found in the mind's pride no peace, no rest. Then who was it taught me back to go to cattle and barrow, field and plough, to keep to the one furrow as I do now. See the rhyming words which they have used at the end. Now there is one more activity. This is just for your information. The other way round. Quicksand. Quicksand is actually the marshy soil which is always wet. And quicksand works slowly. Quick word comes as if it is very fast, but it works very slowly. Okay. Naam diya hai quick, but it works very slowly. So that is the other way round. There is no egg in eggplant. You know what is an eggplant? It's the brinjal. But there is no egg. No ham in hamburger, and neither apple nor pine in pineapple. So how we are using the words, and if we look the other way round, actually it doesn't have those words. So that is what this activity is. Boxing rings are square. Okay, boxing ring, that area where the boxers fight, we call it as boxing ring. It is actually square and ring is round. So that is the other way round. There are noses that run. We say, I have got running nose, cold, and feet that smell. But other way round, it's just the other meaning. So children, for today's session, write the poem, The Schoolboy in notebook, write word meanings in notebook, write working with the poem, page 85, question number 1 and 2 in notebook. 3 and 4 you can do it in textbook, as you just have to put a tick mark. Thank you. May God bless you and take care.